morning, everyone. I'm Steph, your host for today. Thank you for joining us at our virtual Fireside chat live and broadcast from our Canon studios. It's an amazing place. So now I have the pleasure of introducing Chris and Raji, our speakers for today, who will share their insights around our adoption and cybersecurity.
Thanks, Steph.
So starting off with you, Raji, our in-house expert in everything AI and data. Your extensive experience, we have had a lot of chats in this space, is only second to your passion in spreading the word about AI and making sure it works for everyone. To get us warmed up, what is the one phrase or quote that you like to live by?
I'd like to say the quote from the movie Matrix. There's a big difference between knowing the path and walking the path.
Amazing, very apt for today's session. And over to you, Chris, our resident security and governance expert who has a passion for guiding organizations through solutions with security and compliance built in. How about you, Chris? Have you got a quote that you live by?
I do. It was from one of my first ever managers. Every failure leads to success.
Amazing. It's a good one to go by. So our topic today is deploying AI with guardrails and avoiding common pitfalls. Just to give everyone a bit of time to put questions into the chat, I'll head over to you, Raji. Over the last 18 months, you've run more than 20 AI accelerator sessions across leadership teams. You've hosted roundtables, presented at conferences. What have you seen this year that's changed compared to last year?
So last year, a lot of organizations are doing experiments in AI, maybe deploying things like Copilot to get staff productivity up, as well as exploring agents like pilots and experimenting. But this year is seeing almost like an AI reset, where looking at a lot of things have changed. So looking at where you are right now and planning for this year and maybe productionizing some of those solutions and looking at use cases that were probably very difficult before, now coming into like more production ready capability with changes in technology and the way people are accustomed to AI.
Yeah, so now there's a lot of technology that enables a lot of what they want to happen as well.
Yeah, that's right. So technology disruption, as well as the users and staff are more accustomed to using AI.
Yeah. And Chris, how about you? From your perspective, what are you seeing in terms of how organizations are approaching this right now?
Similar thing. We're going from pilots, experimentation to now production. The biggest challenge or the observation that we're seeing is now the actual cyber risks and threats that have been created by deploying such technologies. The concept around AI from a business perspective makes a lot of sense, but as an organization, you're putting a lot of risk with that as well. So things like customer data, PII information, things that we take for granted that we think is inherently secure because we've got the guardrails. Once AI now comes into picture, it's not just one system talking to another system, it's multiple different data pathways and pathways that were not existent before.
Getting exposed.
Exactly. So, and the good thing about the business driving that, I guess the foundational steps around AI, we have to evolve as a cybersecurity organization, ensure that we're supporting the business.
Yeah.
We're seen as the no people typically, but we now need to change our stance and enable that, because security should be an enabler, not a disabler to business.
Fantastic. Absolutely.